Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. In today, we got a show that's going to piss off some people, but I don't give a damn, man. We're going to talk about it anyway. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Folks, we got some drama. As you guys know, some of you may know, I had LeBron James in my top 5 of all time for a long time. But I think it was last season? Yeah, last season where I was like, nah, I'm done. I got fed up with the antics. Yeah, I couldn't deal with the antics no more, so I removed him out of my top 5. I think LeBron might be number 6 or number 7 or something like that. I didn't remove LeBron because of his talent. I removed him because of his antics. I couldn't deal with him no more. I just couldn't deal with it, right? I couldn't deal with it. But it seems like I'm not the only one that doesn't have LeBron James in his top 5 and his starting 5 of all time. Who am I referring to? Well, the person I'm referring to is Shaquille O'Neal. Apparently, Shaq had a sit down with oh god, this website is not in English. Yeah, he had a sit down on a website called sportsbuild.build.de, right? And he said the article headline says the USA don't win gold at 2028 Olympics. So I started reading through the article to read some of the things that Shaq said. He asked him, I think it's a German publication. He said, because he said, who's the best? Which German player do you like the best? So I think it's a German publication. And then they got to the part where they were like, who's the best player of all time? Michael Jordan, LeBron James. And who is your personal starting 5? And I was like, ooh, we got some interesting stuff here. And of course, Shaq decided to leave LeBron James out of his starting 5. And I'm sure this is going to send LeBron fans into a total frenzy. But before we even get into what Shaq had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With only 4 months left until the end of the year, I look forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theaters, shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use Game Time. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether I'm going to receive them on time. Game Time Picks, one of my favorite Game Time tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here, I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, no hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me get to the interesting part of this article. It says, who is the best player of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? That's the question. He said, I say Michael Jordan, but one has to look at the different epochs. When I was a child, Dr. J and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the measure of all things. At my college years, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were the best. When I joined the NBA, Michael Jordan dominated. Then came Kobe Bryant and then LeBron James. But the greatest of all time is Michael Jordan for me. What is your personal starting 5 ever? He said, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dr. J, Karl Malone, and myself. Now, some of you may be wondering, why is it worded this way? This article, I had to translate it. So Firefox translated it for me, so that's why it came out that way. But anyway, let's get to what Shaq had to say. Look, he said Michael Jordan is a GOAT. I don't think Shaq broke any news there, right? I don't think he broke any news there. Wow. Water's wet. The sky's blue. Who knew, right? So Shaq said what pretty much all of us knew. But then he said he doesn't include LeBron in his top 5. Now let's look at Shaq's top 5. He has Jordan, understandably. He has Kobe, understandably. Then he included himself. You got a hell of a list there. Then he included the mailman and Karl Malone. Okay. And then he included Dr. J. So I think people may take exception. Well, LeBron fans may take exception to Dr. J being there and then Karl Malone. But what's important to point out is that this is Shaq's list. This is his top 5, right? There are other players like, for instance, Charles Barkley. He doesn't have Kobe in his top 5. He has Kobe Bryant number 6. He has LeBron James number 7. Now, to LeBron fans, they probably running mad, hollering, screaming, twerking it up all over the comment section, slapping each other with honey, hollering and screaming, just basically disturbing the peace, just causing a damn riot. And you know that's what they're going to do all this season long. Y'all just get ready for it. They're going to be out here running down, breaking glasses and bottles of honey all over. It's just going to be a total riot. So we all need to be ready. We all need to be on guard. These LeBron fans, they're just going to be totally unruly this season. But the point is, everybody has their top 5s. Everybody has their top 5s, especially starting 5s. If I thought of a starting 5, I really haven't given it much thought. If I had to think of one right now as I'm doing this show live with you guys now, who would I put in my top? Okay, I would go Kobe, Jordan, of course. Like, that's a no-brainer. Okay, I got it. I got an idea. So it would be Kobe, Jordan. At the 3, you got KD. I would go for LeBron at the 3. Then at the 4, well, I would go to the 5. At the 5, I would go for Hakeem Olajuwon. And at the 4, I want some versatility at the 4. You got Kevin Garnett. You got Tim Duncan. I would probably go with KG over Duncan. And the reason I would go with KG over Duncan is because they're both obviously excellent defenders. But KG seemed, when I watched him, seemed to have a little bit more lateral quickness. He seemed like when there was a switch, he could guard the ball handler, whether it was a 1 or 2 or 3. So I will go with KG maybe because he's a little bit more versatile defensively. And he could stretch the floor. And he's a reliable knockdown jump shooter. And because of his competitive fire. So yeah, that'll be my starting 5. Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Kevin Garnett, Hakeem Olajuwon. I would put LeBron at the 1. I would put Jordan at the 2. I would put Kobe at the 3, KG at the 4, Hakeem Olajuwon at the 5. That's how I'll play out I'll put LeBron at the 1. And I'll be able to cause all type of mismatch nightmares, especially with cross matchups and all of that. Because if LeBron is at the 1, then whatever point guard you have, is going to be guarding a 6'9" guy. So that'll be my starting lineup. I'll have LeBron at the 1. Kobe and Jordan can play off of each other. They'll be my wings, and they'll just terrorize you. You have basically a 2 and a 3 guy that have what? How many all defensive? They have what? 21 all defensive team selections and 2 defensive player selections between my 2 and my 3. If I look at my back court, LeBron has. I mean, it would. And then Kevin Garnett. I think Kevin Garnett won an MVP. I'm not sure if he won a Defensive Player of the Year. Let me see if Kevin Garnett won a Defensive Player of the Year. I think he did. Kevin Garnett. I think he won a let me just check this because I know Hakeem Olajuwon did, and he led the league in rebound. Let me see. Yes, and he wanted to. So on my team, no, it would be impossible. I would have 3 guys that have won Defensive Player of the Year awards. I would have 2 guys that would have had what? 12 scoring titles between them, with LeBron 13 scoring titles between them. MVPs, it would be, yeah, I would go with that starting 5. And I think my starting 5 would beat any starting 5 in the history of the NBA. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about Shaq's starting 5? What do you think about my starting 5? And ultimately, leave your starting 5 in the comment section when we catch you on the next one. Peace.